It's Fantasy Friday, and I'm Jason.
And I am Travis. And we're the QBs on wheels. Don't forget it.
Trav, it's week 5. Fantasy. Wait, no, I lied. It's week 6. Fantasy football. What do you got for us?
Um, well, I don't know. I know on my team, there's a couple players that I wanted to talk about. Devante Adams, he is questionable, but they play Monday night. So you kind of want to watch his status for Friday and Saturday because if you wait too long Sunday, you're not going to be able to change it up. So definitely watch him Friday and Saturday and see if he started or not. But if not, put in somebody else before it comes because he's not going to get any points if he don't play, obviously.
Now, he's not practicing at this point,
No.
but they're saying that he could get some workouts in Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
So I think that you definitely want to pay attention to the injury report. Because
Yeah.
you're right, Monday afternoon, it's too late to switch.
Yep.
Um, Although I will say this: if he is in, the the Lions do give up points, and he could it could be a great pick to leave him in if he's healthy for that Monday night game because I think it's going to be a high scoring affair.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just going to keep him out, though, on my team just because I have some pretty decent other wide receivers. And I'm just not going to take the risk because even if he does play, he's not going to be 100%. So I'm going to take I'm going to let him sit out another week. So
sit him if your bench is deep. If it's not deep, then pay attention and do a last minute decision. Huh?
yep, that's what I'm going to do.
All right, how about QBs? Who's your QBs are you most interested in?
I got to go back. A couple of days ago, we were talking about this. Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, they play each other. They're so close in stats, career and this year. I think they're going to be in trying to beat one another personally. I mean, obviously they care about their team, but Deshaun Watson goes out there and scores a touchdown. You best believe Patrick Mahomes is going to go out there and score a touchdown. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. So I would definitely watch them too. Um, and I know they haven't been doing too good, but I'm gonna say Matt Ryan's gonna have a big game. He hasn't thrown under 300 yards at all this season. He's had at least 300 yards or more. He has thrown a couple interceptions, but he hasn't of the past 2 games. He hasn't thrown that many interceptions. So, and they play Arizona, so I think he's gonna have a big game. I think if you have Matt Ryan, I'm starting him.
But I also like Kyler Murray because Matt Ryan and Kyler Murray are both very talented, and both of their defenses give up a lot of points to QBs.
Yep.
And if you look at who gives up the most fantasy points to QBs, Atlanta's number 2, and uh, the Cards are number 4.
Yeah.
They're both at the bottom of the league in terms of giving up fantasy points. The Atlanta Falcons also give them up against wide receivers, and the Cardinals give up points against tight ends, which I thought was interesting. So if Ryan can hit his tight end, um, they don't have that coverage over the middle the way that some other teams do.
Yep.
But and there's a big gap if you look at the stats that the Cardinals average giving up 24 points to tight ends every week, and the second worst team is only 20 points. That's the Buccaneers. So that is one area that the Cardinals really have a weak spot. I don't know exactly why, if it's tight ends who are um, as a third down receiver, or if they've just played teams with some great tight ends, but they're giving up points over the middle.
And Austin Hooper, the tight end of the Falcons, isn't no slouch. So I'd start him if you got him. And back to your thing about Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's been running the ball more often too. And Atlanta, I don't know why, but they don't really cover running backs. Quarterbacks running the ball. So he might have a big game on the ground too.
Could be, could be. How about the running game? Who do you like on the ground this week?
I'm going to go back with Melvin Gordon. I think he didn't really have a great game, first game back, but they play Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense hasn't been doing much of late. So I'm gonna say Melvin Gordon is it's a possible start. I'm starting him. So,
Go ahead.
And Aaron Jones for the Green Bay Packers.
Just gonna say that.
He had
He
has such an amazing game against Dallas, but they played Detroit, so I think that he's going to have a good game, but don't count on no 48 points again. I can tell you that.
I don't think you can ever count on 48 points from anybody, but
no.
But I'll tell you this though, the Lions are the fourth worst team in the league for giving up running fantasy points. Know who's the third worst? The Green Bay Packers. So you need to look on the other side of the ball too. The Lions running back or running core could end up having a decent game too.
Yeah.
That game is going to be smash mouth. That's old school, hardcore football.
Yeah.
So I would seriously, if you have any backs from the Lions or from Green Bay, I think that they could have a potentially big game. Whoever gets out in the lead first in that game is going to pound the ball and try to eat up the clock.
Yeah.
They both play that way hard. So it's a question, but I think whoever scores first, they have I think a big advantage in that Monday night game. And it's also a big advantage for whatever running back is on whoever scores first. An interesting one that I wanted to bring up for defenses. Normally, you don't think of Washington and Miami as good defenses in general, but those two teams are the worst at giving up defensive points. Number one and number two. So whoever wins that game might not do it by passing or running. They might do it on a pick six or a fumble recovery. So you may want to keep an eye on that. So that's my underdog for defenses. Is Miami or Washington, if either of them are available and your defense hasn't been making you happy or they're on a bye week. Hey, speaking of bye weeks, Buffalo, Chicago, Indianapolis, and Oakland are scoring 0 points this week. So pay attention, 4 teams on byes.
Yep. I wanted to say, wide receiver wise, I'd look out for Keenan Allen. The Los Angeles Chargers, they are playing Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh, I don't know, they just don't have very good cornerbacks. And tight end wise, Austin Hooper, like me and Jason said earlier, I'd start him because Arizona, like Jason said, is not good against tight ends. And Austin Hooper's no slouch, man. So give it up to him. And I also wanted to say a couple more things. Wide receiver and tight end wise, Tyreek Hill is back at practice and at a limited practice, obviously. So keep an eye on him if you have him in your fantasy lineup. And Hunter Henry, the tight end for Los Angeles Chargers, he's back at a limited practice after fracturing his knee. I actually had him at the beginning of the season, then dropped him. He was on the waiver wire. I seen that he was questionable, picked him right back up. So if he's on your waiver wire, I'm not saying he's going to start this week, but maybe the next week I'd pick him up, man. He's gonna be a good tight end.
Now, on the other side of the field from Tyreek, because I think one thing that Tyreek gives you is he may not be 100%, but he's so fast that he's a threat,
Yeah.
and he's going to get attention of the corners. So that may open up the other side of the field for some points.
Mecole Hardman.
So yeah, Mecole Hardman is a player that he could benefit just from Tyreek Hill being on the field.
Yep.
Because he's going to get some looks and may not have the double coverage that he's been experiencing past couple of weeks.
Yep.
That wraps up Friday fantasy football for us. So that's 3 times fast. We will be back mañana, but I also want to say, you know what? We could really use a few more subscribers and Twitter followers. So the little helmet down there in the corner, please, that's the one right there. Please push it and subscribe. Thanks.
Please, guys. Peace.